it slide, find your zone every day.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Broski, the market is so red, I thought my MacBook was bleeding.
This is the end, cuz. Yesterday I was a millionaire, today I'm a slumdog.
This is not a dip, this is a black hole.
I'm selling everything, I'm down.
They have no idea. This is not a black hole, this is the beginning of a big bang.
Why is Broski not panicking with us?
Yeah, why is he so unfazed?
Check your wallet,
cuz.
The crypto is down 85%.
Allow him, broski, he's still in denial.
Is it down by 85%? Or is it 85% off?
Oh shit. No, gang, not the hustler mindset.
Not the hustler mindset.
Bro said
it's not a crash, it's a
the
discount.
circumstances, but you can change your mentality.
Remember, brothers, the market sends his toughest battles to his most financially literate soldiers. When the Nasdaq falls, will you give up? Or remember that no amount of setbacks defeat a qualified mind? You see a dip and start to sell, but I remember that sudden emotions lack logic. Down isn't permanent. So I invest more into the S&P because I was born to struggle and persist.
Nah, man, how does he do
this
it?
guy knows something. Broski, was you in the board meeting with Donald Trump? So tell me, brothers, when the crops go dry, will you sell your land or sow more seeds, knowing that the harvest will always return?
He's really got that hustler mindset. Bro's got that JP Morgan mentality. That's that quarter zip discipline, cuz. Yeah, gang. Yeah, a few individuals that make it out, cuz. This guy's one of them.
We are in a rich recession. The Fed's about to cut rates, but not because stocks have plummeted or inflation is at the Fed's target. It's because the labor market is showing cracks. But here's the kicker. They're cutting at a time when the S&P 500 is near all-time highs. That's only happened twice in the last 30 years. So what happens when rates drop in a high asset, low wage environment? The people who already own assets like stocks, real estate, Bitcoin, gold, they're about to get even richer. Because low rates don't just reduce borrowing costs, they inflate asset prices. And guess who doesn't benefit? The people waiting for the market to crash. This isn't about affordability, it's about access. So, yeah, this is a recession, but only for those that do not own anything.
Now do the $20 hit, man. That was all my money. Holy fuck! Stop yelling at me. Daddy's got the fucking sugar now.
In on 17 black.
Oh shit, Giggle, you're crazy, man.
17 black. Let's go.
Crazy, dude.
Let it ride.
Wait, what? What?
17 black.
Oh my god, heck
shit.
yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go home now.
Let it ride.
Okay, stop, Giggle. Stop. 17 black.
Let it ride.
You can stop now. 17 black.
You can stop. Stop.
Giggle!
The house always has the edge, Roy. The house is edging. Fuck Vegas.
Imagine selling now. Honestly, man. Fucking imagine it. Looking at your fucking kids in the eyes and being like, you know what? I'm real sorry, my youths. Daddy fucking went and got a sex change. You know what I mean? No more big dick. Daddy got a fat pussy now, cause you're a fucking weakling. Fuck that, man. I can't look my children in the eyes knowing that daddy fucking sold on dumps. On fucking dumps, man. You fucking idiots. Who the fuck is selling? I don't know anyone selling. My team ain't selling. I know bag hunters ain't fucking selling. Gem hunters ain't selling. So who the fuck is selling? Michael Saylor buying. Grayscale buying. Elon Musk on the Tesla cash flow fund is buying. So who the fuck is selling? I tell you who's selling. Little weekend pussios that didn't even fucking want to be in this game anyway. Didn't understand it. I'm in it for the deck. Fuck off, mate. You ain't.
Oh my god.
What's up?
I am so happy I don't do hallucinogenics, because if I did, this would send me to the moon. Wow.
To the moon?
Yeah, this would, like, if I did hallucinogenics, I'd probably, like, need to be sent to a psych ward after
Here we go.
What dimension am I in?
The 1 millionth dimension.
Help.
Okay.
Investing. Don't know what to do, what it is, but I need help. I need help.
Okay, so I would recommend, so me personally, I have 1.3 million in XRP. So right now it's about $2 and something cents, but the community knows that when I know it will bump up to $10, I'm going to be basically set for life. So I would highly recommend buying XRP. Why are you crying?
What the hell did you just say?
XRP.
I couldn't even understand what X could even stand for.
It doesn't stand for anything. It's just like, XRP doesn't stand for anything like explicitly. It's just like
I'm screwed. Crypto men come this way. Help me.
Just put money into XRP and then you're set for life.
Put my money in it.
Or just spend it all. Whatever you want to do.
Well, will the IRS come after me if I, like, they won't come after me if I do that?
You haven't paid taxes in 2 years, so they're going to come after you anyway.
Not if I had my money in this XPR stuff. Right?
Yeah, you're right. Just do that.
I really think XRP could hit $10,000.
XRP definitely could hit $10,000. BlackRock is about to buy $9 trillion worth of XRP.
That's insane. Soulface, what do you think, bro?
Oh yeah, definitely 1,000%. XRP is about to hit $10,000, especially because of them going after the Swift banking system.
Okay, Gabe, what do you think, bro?
Without a doubt, XRP to 10 bands, and the reason is XRP has intrinsic value. Bitcoin doesn't.
Okay, Mark, what do you think?
XRP $10,000? No question.
Okay, cool. Luke, what do you think?
Absolutely. Wisdom Tree just recently filed an ETF. It's going to go berserk.
Okay, cool. Sage, what do you think, bro?
I think XRP could 100% hit $10,000 simply if they just take over the Swift banking system, which will put their market cap well over 1.2 quadrillion.
So you faded XRP at 50 cents, then buy at the top and panic sell? My own son.
I had to do it.
Fucking exit liquidity.
No one knew it was going to $1.
What am I gonna do? I'm Hitler's top guy. Adolf Hitler chose me to lead the revolution. Oh. Adolf Hitler needs me? Okay, I'll do it. I'm going to bat for you, Hitler. I got your back, Hitler.
But when you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your conviction might be
how many chairs are you sitting on right now?
one.
Are you all in on the chair? The point really is you put on one pair of glasses. You've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? You know? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family on the one airplane, aren't you afraid? Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on.
What is going on, you guys? We're back. Moongang 193 Alt season, man. I can't believe, man. Did you it's in one way it's 9/11, but it's 11/9 today. And we're back. Instead of a disaster, I'm here. We're here. What's up, Charlie?
It's going good. It's going good. Things in the market are looking mighty interesting. We're holding up pretty all right.
I think so too, man. Shout out to everyone that Take Profits course, man. We sold most of the bags off into cash and stuff like that, and we're redeploying capital very soon. Feels bad for everyone holding tokens right now. You know, bear market or bull market is over. You know?
Yeah, just sell it all. It's all going to zero. Dan Pena was right.
every Twitter KOLs, you know, said this, it's over, so it's over. So you know, red alert. Oh, it doesn't work. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah.
But Gareth Soloway, right? This is how you know the end is near, right? Because Gareth Soloway said that Bitcoin's going to be $75,000 in January, so you know he's going to be right. But I was telling Miguel earlier, I was like, you know, he's calling for 75K Bitcoin in January. So that's how you know it's going to be 150K. That's how you know.
But we had a very, very long. It was a really, obviously we were gone a long time, actually.
5 weeks.
5 weeks, you guys. And the cry fagging in the chats and everything has been it's been impeccable. A little pump, and now everyone is.
Well, yeah, I think the cry fag is not quite over yet because, I mean, the majority of crypto has been down pretty much here the last couple of months, right? So it's a very good time to be buying in now that Bitcoin has held its 50-week moving average. Now that Ethereum is trying to get back up toward this 20-week moving average, and now that the actually on the CC algo we have the total 3, which is your altcoin market cap, forming a buy signal on the weekly as we speak as well. So things are looking good here in crypto. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when about 5-6 days ago, and then maybe a couple weeks before that, those 2 periods in October,
right?
Like, I mean, to be honest, there was legit reason to be like, oh shit, you know, how's the market going to be? And so, you know, we jumped on with the Citadel, with a, an emergency call, emergency webinar with them. That was pretty good. We gave them that recording. So if you guys were in we should play that lady who does the Pepsi.
Oh my God. That shit is one of the greatest beats of all time.
That just reminded me of that. But no, I mean, like, everybody who is in the Take Profits course plus the crypto mindset course, even though, we're wondering, okay, which way is the market heading? What's happening here and everything? We're doing it calm, cool, and collected versus like a lot of the chats that you mentioned, right? We're kind of wondering, like, is the bull market over? And it's a good thing to wonder, but you have to it's like when there's a fire in the theater, you have to kind of,
Yell
take
fire.
things. Well, yell fire, get everybody else to fucking leave. So sell your bags to me. No.
Now all the seats are mine.
Exactly, right? But I think right now is like, we also were kind of laughing about this, which was the timing for when we get back on YouTube.
Right.
It's like we're coming back on YouTube and the market's literally about to pump now.
Yeah, this reminds me a little bit of kind of like Greek mythology a little bit. It's like every time we leave, it's fall, it's winter, and when we come back, it's spring and stuff. It's like we're going to Hades
and we
for
bought
the CMC,
dip.
and we bought the dip. And this is for all the people who didn't buy the dip.
There's still time. There's still time.
Kyle's like blowing out speakers. We missed you guys. Miguel Ochia. That's right. Mangekyo. This has actually become a very famous poncho. Never lost in this poncho. We've murdered the markets. When I put this on, the market pumps. I'm starting to be getting a street name of Poncho Villa.
Nice.
In the casinos now, But a lot's happened. The reason we called it today alt season is that we are getting very alternative altcoins pumping. Stuff that you wouldn't normally see. We're Zionist Cash. We're starting to get a little bit of Dash is pumping. Dash.
Filecoin.
ICP. Yeah, you know me. And the beginning of kind of AI pumping a little bit.
Yeah, AI is coming back a little bit. So same with privacy coins.
Fet's up a little bit.
Yeah, amazing. Actually, if you look at the chart,
yeah,
I mean, it looks like just somebody who's a whale there or whatever just said buy, like fat finger buy, and push up the chart. I mean, I wish Richard would do that with Pulse Chain, but we got some stuff cooking with Pulse Chain too. Yeah.
Everything.
Just the last few days.
I know, and we just gave an amazing webinar, and too bad you weren't a part of it. We actually,
that's why we're a little late on the tubes here. Is one. StreamYard and YouTube had to update like all technical shit, so we're like a little rusty on setting all that up.
StreamYard did a major update. YouTube did a major update. So when we're going live, it created multiple streams. We're like, what is happening right now?
I had to delete one of them, make sure the thing didn't rug. But yeah, we're on it now. But no, that's webinar was really good for the end of the Take Profits course. So
these are my trial ponchos. I might actually sell a bunch of these different type of ponchos on the website and stuff. So
let's do it.
Be on the lookout. But yeah, like we're getting alt season. The alternative pump coins are starting to go up now. There's starting to be some hype for Litecoin, anything that has privacy. Ethereum allegedly next cycle is going to start adding a little fungibility in terms of like privacy onto Ethereum L1 main chain. But that is scheduled for next cycle,
right?
But it is coming. And why is that? They're waiting until legislatively they can't get attacked, kind of like Tornado.cash founders. Or I think archive.com, the founders of that are getting attacked right now. The Wayback Machine, or they're investigating the Wayback Machine founders and stuff. They're basically going after anyone who's ever basically given you more privacy and basically awesome features for the internet. Isn't that wonderful and terrible? The Wayback Machine's pretty cool. It's not so cool. And it's not as good as it used to be anymore.
No, it doesn't really work anymore. Yay.
Yeah.
We got Boogie in the chat.
And that doesn't work. God damn, this stream deck, dude. My God, what is happening?
There's always something with Murphy's Law every time we come back.
It's
for
insane,
the first time on YouTube. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But
we let Rolo use the stream one time.
The magic 8-ball never fails us.
Yeah, that's right. Are we cooked?
Most likely.
Ask again later.
Fair play.
Fair play. Okay. It's not. Yeah. Give it a minute to load. But yeah, we've got a bunch of new sound effects, a bunch of new memes. We're ready, you guys. We're ready. We're gonna be streaming pretty hardcore. I think your next stream is going to be Wednesday or Tuesday.
I haven't decided yet. I will either be starting back up on Tuesday or Wednesday this week at about 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. But I haven't decided which yet. It's just we'll see how I'm feeling on Tuesday. But went by Wednesday for sure.
Yeah. Now, little suspicious that the privacy coins that don't have privacy are pumping. It's a little.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, wrong one. It's suspicious, isn't it? Monero delisted from every single major exchange. The Lazarus Group only uses Monero. But Zcash, Troun's founder, you know, it was not crazy. We knew that already. It was kind of an old story and stuff, but I hadn't seen a picture of the guy in a long time. I just saw him in a dress one time, nothing crazy. Oh, dude, he looked like the Crypt Keeper, dog.
Dude, the funniest thing was people were like, he had that one piece of hair that was coming out from the front. People were like, just shave that one piece off, dog. Like,
it was so bad. I think it would be better if it went bald or something. Or like, he has the money, dog. He could like, I'll be like, girl, come here. Give me $50,000. I'll give you a makeover. I literally give him one of those fucking. I give him like extensions. I give him weave and shit.
Put it on that. What was that old show? Like there's a TLC show called like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy or something like that. But you have to give them an episode with those guys and they'll fucking figure him out or something. Like, good God, like it was hilarious. But then I think it was like for a whole like 48 hours, crypto Twitter was just clowning the fuck out of that. That was hilarious.
It's insane. And then here's the thing that cracks me. Now there was another. I'll tell you this off. Another person we met, a pretty famous person actually. I find it really weird when people have very bad. I'm not talking about like you're like you needed little braces. I'm not saying nothing like that, but it's where like your teeth literally look like they're decayed. They're like they're covered in tar, or unless you've been smoking meth. Like he looked like his teeth were all fucked up from meth smoking.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, if you actually the founder of Zcash, you look at his teeth. Oh my God, dude, it's so bad. I'll just see if I have a picture. But
where's the George Washington with his wooden dentures?
Hey, but my man, but
George had it rough.
Yeah, George had it rough and stuff. Zcash, but Zcash pumping. Shout out to GG and the guys, man. They made a mint on that one. I remember I bought some, but I did not buy a lot. Like. So, but
I thought it was hilarious on Twitter when Gary was threatening to have everybody dump it. He's like, I have my group owns 12 to 14% of the supply of Zcash. We can dump at any time.
Okay, so I'm about to show you guys Nightmare Fuel right here. Oof, here we go.
Oh no.
That's a little piece we're talking about.
Yeah. People are like, shave that shit out.
And then people are saying people like this actually, like, it's actually been proven that people that are have this thing that think they're women or men and stuff have really high IQs.
I see what you said about the teeth now. Yeah,
it's.
I didn't even watch the video, to be honest, because I was like, I just know how cringe it's gonna be.
Now, honestly, like, I don't think this guy's in this. I mean, fuck. God damn it! All right, whatever he is.
You could say it, them. What I don't know.
They.
Is that what they say nowadays?
I don't think she. Fuck. I don't think she is a bad person or does anything, or is like he's trying, right? But like it's like this is having 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah,
just
you gotta go full.
Go full, dog.
Yeah.
It's for how much Zcash this guy has. He should like be rocking some C cups by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know
these, baby.
I mean,
go get some.
Go to Thailand. Go to Thailand, dog. Put some D's on that bitch.
He could also get the Turkish hairlines.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody in the chat says, why do you look like Smeagol?
My privacy.
My precious. My precious.
My precious privacy.
My shielded pool.
My
shielded pool.
My precious Zcash.
Monero is. I mean, bro, that actually did hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is where a founder can hurt a coin a little bit sometimes.
I think Trevor's in the chat.
Trevor, which Trevor?
Trevor, say what's up?
Oh, Trevor! I threw up in my mouth. this one's for you.
I'll do the other one,
Me and Kyle spent 2 hours on sound effects.
Just wait, there's more.
There's more, but terrible. But this is where a founder is, like we've said, it's lightning in a bottle. It can literally it's literally like gasoline to a fire. But also it can really hurt. This is when I see a token founder saying very stupid things like, I don't care about the token or the price. We're all about the tech. I don't really care about the price performance of the coin. It is very bad. It is very, very bad. I heard y'all sacking millions. I mean, yeah, I have millions to sack, so yeah, I probably will.
All in, Spooky Bear. All in.
All in, Spooky Bear. But look, Clarence. We are basically going into a point of like QE is officially will end December 1st, but they've already started money printing. I mean, QT will end December 1st,
right?
But they've already started money printing. We've already done about $145 billion in overnight repo market printing. So it means the banks need cash,
right?
The government so the government shutdown has ended technically through the Senate, but has to pass the House of Representatives. But usually the Senate's been the holdup. But if the Senate passed it, it's because there's some stuff in there that maybe the Republicans don't like on that side for the House of Representatives. So we'll have to see, but it's very likely within a week or two we're going to have. I think before the holiday break, for basically Thanksgiving, the government should be open. But the longer the government stays closed, it's causing ramifications in the market. The jobs numbers are going to be fucking terrible. Yeah. So that was the main thing. So we don't have the data, Charlie. Jerome said we don't have the data, and then when they have the data, it's bad, and they're going to cut, and they're probably going to start printing money officially. So I think they're going to. I think me and Charlie were like, I'm going to give you a little webinar stuff right here, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Their secret printing weapon is the overnight repo market, but they can only take that to a certain point. Eventually, they're going to have to turn the printers on. Yep. China's already printed. They're printing like a motherfucker. That's the main reason why they kowtowed with Trump on a lot of stuff. So there's going to be tariffs on China. They're just not going to be as high as I'm surprised Trump didn't do this, that he didn't set the tariffs to 1776. That would have been some cool move to do. But they're gonna there's a bunch of 31 exclusions on certain industries. They're gonna have no tariffs at all. But the average tariff is gonna be probably 15 to 20% on China. That's gonna be kind of shifted out before the end of the year. Most other countries are gonna pay at least a 10% tariff. There's also going to be a stimulus check that might happen for $2,000 for every person making less than $150,000 a year. Which that's actually something I actually said I wished happened in the last bull market. You shouldn't have given checks to people making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, they fucking worked that system.
Now, the PPP loans, maybe the first ones, I think those were good, right? I think it was the secondary loans we had to pay back that people got into some deep water into. Yeah. But that money was really I hate it when people say giving money to people is gonna, if it's just a one-time check or a couple checks, it doesn't do much. It will that money, 20% of the market invests, 80% of the money consumes, right? So the money's going to go where? Amazon, Costco, Target, Walmart. Most of the money's going to go into that because they're consumers. They're going to spend it on bullshit. They're going to spend it on Louis Vuitton. They're going to, but regardless, that money goes into the system and it basically causes liquidity speed, or it causes the speed of money to increase, which is good. Now us, right? I can actually show you something. Oh my God. I will say this is for, I know, I just saw the face again. I was like, oh my God. But let me, okay. So let me share the old screen here. If you had invested the first stimulus check we got for $1,200 into Bitcoin, it is up to 21,162 American buffaloes.
That's a cool 17x right there.
Yeah, man. And actually, if you had put into Ethereum, you'd be up 30x on your money. Even now, believe it or not. So that $1,200, if you get that $1,200, either gamble it or throw it into assets. Unless you need food, that's something different,
And don't bet on the Jets.
Don't bet on the fucking Jets.
Except for they won today. They've won 2 games in a row.
I don't want to.
2 games in a row.
I'm just like, but that $1,200. This is what I'm saying is that you put into assets, right? You put into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana long term. it will look the average incumbent is going to, like, if you're in crypto, you're just going to, like, people in crypto do have money. They have good paying jobs, or at least they've built up assets. There's people who, like, I only make $50,000 a year and I got a $50,000 portfolio. That is more assets than the average American. Most people most people only have like $2,000, or maybe they're house rich cash poor.
Yeah.
For the most part.
A lot of debt.
Yeah, a lot of debt and stuff like that. It's kind of funny having Myron in here. He played with a couple of them. He was like, dude, this fucking sound deck is out of here, bro. This is crazy. But yeah, right now, okay. Maybe you want to talk about, let's maybe do a market update. Let's do a little market update and shit, go into the market. But basically everything's on sale. So everything's good, basically, for the most part, except for Zcash.
Famous last words.
Famous last words.
Yeah, right. But what's that? The Titanic flute version is what
yeah.
Let's throw up the weekly on Bitcoin.
Throw it into go buy rim. Dude, that guy really pissed me off, dude.
Who?
There's this guy who's like this Bitcoin max man. You sound so fucking stupid. Go buy rims, stupid motherfucker. Go buy rims. Go buy some stupid shit. Actually, this is one little off on this, on the whole rim thing. There's actually the car industry is actually going crazy right now because a bunch of Chinese made cheap rims. People are making VVS's and stuff like that, but the Chinese versions of them, and then people can't tell the difference on most of the rims. They're shittier quality, but people are buying, and the rim industry is in full panic mode because people are buying fake knockoff versions of the rims and they're holding up.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So let's pump the market with Chinese rims, baby. Let's go.
China is pumping right now. They're money printing like crazy right now.
Yeah, same with Japan's doing the same. Yeah. The yen, the value of the yen right now is so shitty.
What do you think about their new PM for Japan?
Oh, she's pretty cool.
I'm shocked. I was a little shocked. She's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, well, to be honest, like prior as well, the one that had been there for a long time was Shinzo Abe, right? And like you can leave the chart up. We'll get on that soon. And he was one of the few politicians that actually was pretty solid most of the time until he
was around for a while too, right?
Yeah, and then they killed him because he was going to rerun again, basically, and he'd gone against some of the different stuff like that the globalists basically didn't want to get into. But so yeah, she's interesting. But anyways, taking a look at Bitcoin here. So if we just zoom out and let's take all of our biases away in terms of 4-year cycle highs, or anything else, and just look at the chart and look at this special yellow line, right? Have we held this special yellow line every single time? We break up here, right? We come back down. We don't even touch it. We hold, right? We come up again. We have a really bearish 6 months in crypto. We hit it. What do? We hold it. We come back here. We hit it again. What did we do? We held it. Everybody said the sky is falling. The sky is falling. Bull market's over. We come back up. We hit it again. I don't know, DCC. What happens next?
It's over.
It's over, right?
Well, we sold already. So it's like,
right. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's like, if you just look at it from that perspective,
right?
Knowing that quantitative tightening is ending on December 1st, should you be more bullish or more bearish? Right. I think, pretty much if we're holding up here and we're going to continue this move up into next year because we have different forms of QE happening, right? Then it's going to be probably an American-led bull run into wherever we get the top. We've been looking at Q1 a lot, or the end of Q1 as a potential top. Now I'm thinking if we really hold up here and we get to new all-time highs by the end of this year, even if it's just $130,000 Bitcoin, we could probably run into somewhere between, at earliest, I think March, at latest, maybe May, June, right? Sell and May go away type thing. So maybe into the beginning of June or something like that. So the first 6 months of next year, anywhere between, at any point this whole cycle, we could see the end at any time, right? So every 60-day cycle that we see from here on out, we're kind of taking it one at a time for the most part, right? And so the good thing of where we're at now is we're kind of at the bottom of a potential 60-day cycle, depending on how the next 2 weeks plays out. So I think we can get that, all this liquidity possibly coming in also can get us that speculative top possibly that we haven't gotten yet this cycle, where we run really, really hot for a while, kind of like we did here in the ETF phase. Here, September of 23, right? We had a lot of the rumors that Gary Gensler could not stop the Bitcoin ETF anymore. Here in January, we got it. And then here we topped in March. So we had that 6-month run. We could see something like that again. In terms of those number of X's, though, 25K to 70K, I think that's probably not going to repeat. But yeah, I think we're in a really bullish phase right here. And if we go on to the weekly and we zoom in a little bit further, we turn on the Cultivate Crypto algo and we look at just our plain buy sell signals here recently as well. So sometimes, you can put your different biases on the chart and stuff, but it's really good just to kind of zoom out and look at objectively what are we seeing here. And also on the weekly, right? You're wanting to see this 50 RSI hold. So that's going to be also a key. But we got a sell signal followed by a buy. And then we had this kind of sell buy and then sell buy sell, right? So it's been kind of choppy here for the majority of the end of Q3 and then the majority of Q4. So if we are at a support area, where do we have to get above in order to actually turn bullish again? And there are two numbers to be paying attention to. The first number is where this highest buy and sell signal came in, which was at 115,342. So let's say 115,350 is about, or you can round it up a little bit if you want more room, which is 115,400, somewhere around there. If we get a weekly close above, then we're going to start moving, right? The other number here is that 20-week moving average, which is really close. And that's at 113,760. So you can basically say 114,000. So with the weekly chart here, you can see Bitcoin came and went below that 50-week, also tried to expand its Bollinger Bands. But by the end of this last weekly candle, which just came in about 4 hours ago, we came back above that 2 standard deviation Bollinger Band. What does that mean? It means the weekly is having a hard time pushing down here, meaning there's a lot of support between 99,000 and 104,000 for right now. So this is going to make the next 1 to 2 weeks very critical, because this next week, right, we want to see green and some progress up here towards that 20-week moving average. And then we want to see the follow through the week of the 17th here. So going into just before American Thanksgiving, and then triggering that what do you call it? Canceling out the sells and re-triggering the buy area there, getting back above 116,000. And then we're off to the races. So that gives the altcoins time for accumulation. And I'll show you guys in a second how the lows might be looking here for some of the altcoins. But we know that Bitcoin has to get back above its 20-week moving average for the altcoins to start having any form of major pump. Before then, the altcoins are kind of finding their lows and floundering at that point. So the good time to accumulate the altcoins, if you're confident that we're going to get an up move from here, will basically be as long as the Bitcoin is under those prices. Of course, the risk with that is that Bitcoin does turn down here. If that does happen, then you have to know when and how to jettison if you're going to make those moves. So, yeah, there's kind of a lot of decisions to make. So you have to really, look at the market properly to understand that and of what you're going to do. And so if we take a look at the 60-day cycles, right now I have 2 cycle counts here for potential lows. Right, we have a potential short cycle low here on day 46 and another potential one on day 66. You could argue day 64, but I went with a daily close instead of the absolute wick. And so what we're looking for here is this to be a cycle low. And in order for that to happen, we have to get back above the 20-week moving average. If you look at on the daily, what are the levels it has to regain? Well, first we came into this support band, got support there. Now we're starting to come up here. If you were to put a trend line across here, right? This basically tells you need to get back above these moving averages. That's the 200, the 50, and the 111. All 3 of those moving averages are at the same spot, which is 110,000 to 114,000, right? And that's just under the 20-week moving average, and the CCL go buy signal on the weekly. So that's where we're going to get the most resistance over the next 2 weeks. So how bullish would you be for the current 60-day cycle if this low does confirm? And then what needs to confirm for the low to confirm, right? So if you just broke through all of that resistance and you got above this previous high, which is at 116,381, so let's say 116,500, if you're to get back above that price area, then and the faster you're able to do that, the more bullish we are going into the end of this year. All right. So the more we hit that level or higher, and the faster we do it, the more bullish we are for the end of this year. But yeah, as long as we start recovering here, we're in a good zone. But there is the potential for rejection here. There is potential for downside, right? So what if this is the proper cycle low, and then this is a 10-day cycle high where we're in a left translated 60-day cycle? That would mean right now we're around day 24 of the 60-day cycle, and we'd be expecting to be rejected here by this time next week, right? So that's why this week is this weekly candle is the most important, because if we get rejected here and we have an overall red week, right, that basically means we're probably going to go down for another 15 to 20 days from there, which means into about Thanksgiving or the end of the month, right? But if we break above this downwards trend line, we break above these moving averages, especially breaking above this previous high. If Bitcoin can manage those things, then that changes the dynamic here to the more bullish count. We're at the new beginning of a 60-day cycle. So let's take that bullish count and say, okay, that's what's going to happen. Bears be damned. Let's go up. So what would that mean in terms of time going into the end of the year? Well, that would put us on about day 4 or 6 of the current 60-day cycle. And that would put the midpoint of that 60-day cycle on the end of the first week of December 6th, right? So what do you call it? There's a few things that, all those things need to happen between now and then. And if we are cracking above 126,000, getting into new all-time highs into that first week of December, it could be a very Merry Christmas, actually, right? Where, let's say, day 45 would be one of the earlier cycle potential highs if it were right translated, this meaning we are going into new all-time highs before the end of the year. That would be about December 21st would be your first area for a potential high. And then your later high, if you got crazy bullish into the end of the year because QT is ending and stuff, then that would bring you all the way to the very, very end of the year, December 31st. So yeah, you pretty much have to get to above all these levels and into new all-time highs in order to get a nice right translated cycle, and in order for us to keep pumping into the end of the year. Otherwise, right, even if we do have a new cycle and we come up here above 116, but let's say we fail by about Thanksgiving, when we get to maybe day 20 of the 60-day cycle, day 21 would be Thanksgiving in this count. If we can't beat that previous high that we had here at 116,000, if we can't beat that past Thanksgiving, then yeah, we're probably going to come back down and test the current levels, if not a little bit lower, into the high 90Ks going into Christmas, right? So this next 1 week being green is critical for that bull move. And then after that, you need to see follow through Thanksgiving in order to get a really good move into the end of the year. And if we get that good move into the end of the year, we'll probably have about 30 days of an altcoin run. But it won't be significant. It'll probably be some meme coins. It'll be some coins regaining what they had lost, confirming their bottoms and lows within the next 2 weeks if we get green candles here. And I would say you're probably going to see the more explosive speculative moves next year in Q1. But if you wait until Q1, you're going to be way too late because all those lows will be in. You will have missed buying the best possible times. Right. So that's why buying now and doing some dollar cost averaging or laddering in over the next couple of weeks, I think is a good move, because as long as you're keeping track of what you're buying, you can always hit the ejecto seat if we start stalling out around that or before that Thanksgiving time. So
That's right.
I'd rather be, involved with the market than just waiting.
Right. M2. There you go.
What? By
He's
M2?
like, these guys, like everyone else, stopped mentioning M2. M2. There you go.
Oh, yeah, the M2. I mean, the M2, all that matters about the M2 is that it's going up and to the right. As long as it's going up to the right, price will follow. For Ethereum here, we had told everybody in the I think the Citadel and the Q4 Crypto Mindset course, basically Ethereum needed to close this week above this 3,500 second sell signal because we did not want a second weekly close on a sell signal here, and it did hold up. So Ethereum, so Bitcoin has to get basically above 116,000, and Ethereum here, the similar level for Ethereum would be about 4,300, but really Ethereum just getting above its own 20-week moving average, which is $4,000 flat. As long as it gets back above $4,000, either by the end of this week or the following week, then that's where it's in a good zone. But Ethereum won't start pumping crazy until it gets above 4,400. So 4,000, basically 110 to 116,000 for Bitcoin is your first area to regain. For Ethereum, it's 4,000 to 4,400. Once those two things have happened, then altcoins will really start moving. And altcoins here, though, we had a sell signal back at the end of September, beginning of October, at 1.15 trillion total crypto market cap. They came down to the 50-week moving average as well, where the altcoins have found their support. And now this week, as long as we close green, we have 6 days and 19 hours left for that candle. But if we close green, we basically create a buy signal right on that moving average that acts as support in a bull market. Then that's going to be that means this week is your best buy opportunity for altcoins if you're willing to take that risk. And that's the key there. If you're willing to.
And you're probably not. You got
Spooky Bear definitely ain't.
Yeah. But you got to be sort of like this guy right here.
Fuck yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell.
What are you guys doing?
Shut up, Ugg, we're fucking crypto gurus.
You're literally buying coins because the names make you laugh.
Okay, now type in shit, piss, fart, poopy, butt, ass coin, see what comes up. Yeah, okay, I just bought it.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Let's fucking go, we made 100K!
What?
All in on Roy, I hear.
All in on Roy, baby. All in on Roy. That's why you got to...
17 black.
Oh shit, Giggle, you're crazy, man. 17 black.
Let's go!
Crazy, dude.
Let it ride.
Wait, what? What?
17 black.
Oh my god, heck
shit.
yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go home now.
Let it ride.
Okay, stop, Giggle, stop. 17 black.
Let it ride.
You can stop now. 17 black. You can stop. Giggle!
The house always has the edge, Roy. The house is edging. Fuck Vegas.
And if you guys could hear that, let us know, because there was one person that said they couldn't hear the clips, but I think people could.
Shout out Roy, baby.
The audio's on the left ear, so if they're not wearing their headphone
I see.
or something like that.
I think we're good then. All right. I just wanted to double check with the chat just to make sure. But yeah, man. We can talk. So looking at this at the bottom for altcoins, let's look at a few, right? So here's Pulse Chain or Pulse X specifically, right? And you look here, it's pretty much held this same level of about 19.4019 since the middle of September, since the rate cuts. So Pulse X, although it is a little bit below some resistance areas, I think it's at a very good spot where it can start to turn around. You'd have to see this starting to get back above, all the way back above 4 zeros and a 2.7 though, to really come up here. So this is where you're kind of like, okay, the altcoins probably are bottoming. We got to make sure this week's green. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be really important for that momentum to go up. If it is going up, we could start buying a little bit more. And then, you have to kind of be ready to pull the plug though, or have your stop losses in at lower levels. But yeah, this could be the bottom here. I don't think the confirmation is nowhere near there yet, but it's very possible if we get that scenario. Did you want to mention anything about Roy?
Yeah.
Just as a meme coin play?
Just a meme coin, yeah. So I'm still allocating heavily into, I bought Nobody heavy on the dip. I bought Roy heavy on the dip. and I'm probably gonna do like one more allocation into Roy and into Nobody. I got bags packed.
Yeah, nobody's starting to like. If I just look at the Nobody chart real quick,
anyone could be a Nobody, Charlie.
Yeah, I know, right? And then so above this 10 day moving average is its first attempt here again. So if it gets above its 20-day, I'd say that's starting to make a good move here. So that's looking pretty decent. And then, yeah, I mean, Roy here is kind of, what do you call it? Stair stepping up a little bit here. And it did come and hit this same area as where it started, which I guess for a meme coin, if you're going to get into it, it's not a bad area.
Yeah. In terms of Nobody, it's pretty much one of the top meme coins on Solana, getting actually like, I think they got like $3 million in the last 7 days.
Yeah.
Money coming into it and stuff like that. But like, let me sure I can share my screen real quick. It's a low cap meme coin, so you guys love it, right? But in other news, Ledger plans a New York listing as hacks surge and profits explode.
Goddamn French.
The French are taking Ledger public, and hacks surge, profits explode. Wasn't it the other day France declared they're actually going to start like a Bitcoin reserve or a crypto reserve?
Oh,
the French government.
Yeah, they were wanting to do like a 1 or 2% reserve. That's they're just putting it into discussion.
Yeah, so that's one of the news is there. Let me see more bookmarks, right? You know, here's a little something about Roy right here. This is a little meme coin I found on Instagram. I actually like it, and I think it's kind of funny.
I dropped it. Roy dropped the coin? Holy fucking shit, Roy dropped the coin. Yo, what up, twin? Roy just dropped the fucking coin. No fucking way. Word around town is Roy the Demon has dropped a crypto coin out of nowhere. What the fuck?
You see, the reason some people may find this video comedic is because the double entendre of dropping a coin. The video starts with Roy the Demon dropping a physical coin. However, the wordplay suggests that Roy the Demon has dropped a crypto coin, which has caused the news to spread massively. Roy the Demon dropped a coin. Not to suck Roy's dick or anything, but I believe this is quite the project. I mean, DM Archive has been drawing this demon for damn near a decade at this point. I mean, look at this fucking webcomic, the intricacy, the detail, the love he puts into it. I truly believe he's in it for the long run. There's gotta be a bigger plan here. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget, join the cult of Roy. I know I am.
Oh, whoops. I dropped
So his little web comics and stuff. He's part of the Nobody Pengu fucking mafia, basically. And they just drop funny memes like this. Let me.
How can it get any worse than this? Let me think. Bamboo being wedged in between our fingernails. That might suck. Shut the fuck up, Giggle. Sorry. How can it get?
So he just does funny memes like this, and like I know this sort of shit goes viral. Now, obviously, Solana's got to not suck.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, coins like this are getting accumulated. Now, obviously, this coin it's more of a joke saying it's getting accumulated because it's literally $1 million barely. So like right, but something like a Nobody, right? Because we ran that one up from 4 million to 90 million, and we sold the top. On YouTube, by the way, multiple times we sold and bought the bottom multiple times on YouTube, just like we did Fat, just like we did Pepe. All right, but I like Roy. I'm accumulated a nice bag of Roy, and we'll see where it goes. I'm fully planning. If it goes to shit, it goes to shit. But
yeah,
hey, man,
looks like here on Solana. So we're looking at kind of 40,000 to 4,400 on Ethereum, right? The first level here where we get a buy signal on Solana is where it got resistance before, which is 187, was rounded up to 190, right? And then you got the 20-week moving average there, which is 192 or 193. So getting back above, I would say 195 is where you start seeing Solana coins, but they're going to make their lows now.
Yeah.
And if we get a green week, and then for Bitcoin, and then what do you call it? We get this follow through here with that price action here for Solana, and we're good. So I'd say Solana 187 to 205. That's the same area as like 110 or 108 to 116 on Bitcoin, and 4,000 to 4,400 on Ethereum. So yeah, once you get past 205 on Solana, you're really going to be cooking with a lot of these coins on that ecosystem.
Right.
So,
And there's sort of a company behind it. I think Debu. Debu's the app, or Nebu. I'll post it in the chat eventually and stuff. But I'll do a bigger breakdown all this stuff right now. But like basically, there's a company that's essentially organizing all these kind of I would call them almost like comic strip sort of in like meme projects together to launch tokens and kind of launch real life products. They're kind, and then a part of the gang is also Pengu apparently. So like Pengu has got to deal with nobody's got to deal with these guys, and you know you're having multiple sort of like I call it IP coins. I'm starting to see people on YouTube. I was kind of during when we're off of YouTube and we're in the courses, I was like, this motherfucker's making articles about IP coins now. I made that up. What the fuck? So like, but it is interesting to see like the whole IP trend, because it could just be, you could be literally a Instagram brand or TikTok brand or a web comic, anything that has followings. And I invest in the ones that are kind of a little more funnier. Basically, I like that because it works for me personally. I call it Instagram investing. But these things have, made a lot of money. That's how I found Fat. That's how I found Pepe originally on Twitter, actually, technically. But like, this is how I found these coins, and it's been really, really good. Now, obviously, if you're up a lot, you take profits, and it doesn't come back. Well, you've taken profits into what? USDC or Solana, right? And
Fuck yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell.
What are you guys doing?
Shut up, Ugg. We're fucking crypto gurus.
You're literally buying coins because the names make you laugh.
Okay, now type in shit, piss, fart, poopy, butt, ass coin. See what comes up. Yeah, okay. I just bought it.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Let's fucking go. We made 100K.
What?
This is kind of describing my story a little bit. This is how,
it's about right.
Yeah, and I got called a scammer on Instagram the other day.
Really?
Yeah, because like I basically explained my Instagram investing strategy, which is based off of like, can it go viral? And also the demographics of it. Like millennials have more money and have been in crypto longer than the Zoomers. The Zoomers are younger. They're mostly on TikTok. They're broker. They have less money to pump coins. What's scamming about that?
I think I think sometimes people just don't trust stuff. So like whenever they feel like, I don't know anything about this, I don't trust it. Like,
but they don't know a lot of things about a lot of things.
I know. Well, that's why they immediately go to scam.
Remember,
because it's just a dumb, low IQ response.
Ignorance leads to retardation.
Yeah, that's right. But hey, it kind of is what it is. But also you had to have the testicular fortitude to buy. Like Pepe flash crashed to like 1.7 billion market cap. I bought that. And I'm still in profit on it. No matter after it recovered, it went up and stuff. And then it like, oh my God, all of October's crappy. It still stayed above that zone.
Right.
So if you had bought those wick lows, if you had money prepared, our guys in the chat, they bought a lot of lows. Some people bought Ethereum really low. Some people bought Solana real low. Depending on some people bought literally Sonic below 10 cents. Where's it at right now? 15 cents. They're almost on a 2x.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of like
math.
So long.
And so if you were watching what you liked, you made money.
Yep.
It's really nice. But now obviously it's something we told the guys in the course. This is why we told people, like, if you don't know what to buy stables and put them on the network that you want to buy them, because you can then use those stables to buy the coins on the dexes. Because a lot of times with Coinbase was down, Kraken was down, Gemini was down. No, you couldn't buy, unless you're buying Bitcoin or Ethereum, almost every other coin, there wasn't enough liquidity. They wouldn't sell it to you.
Right.
There's some coins where like, you can buy $20. All right. Just tell me you don't want to sell it to me. Just don't lie to me, But will Sonic pump? I think so. Yeah, like everything went on flash sale. Could we should go a little bit into like how low things went. Like, can you show Solana like when it wicked down? Like that one, did it go down to 120? How low did it go?
Solana's low here on KuCoin was 145.
Not bad.
Yeah, and if you look at this range here, it had been between 130 and 180. That's about $55 is your center of that range.
Right.
And so it went just below that center of the range here.
Yeah.
So I would say, people kind of got used to this area being fair value. Anything below it, extremely rare.
Yeah.
Above it, a little bit less rare, but mainly within this box. So when we get to the top half of it, this shows pretty good support in my opinion. And also, if you look at the Bollinger Band, it came down and almost touched that 2 standard deviation. So if that keeps holding and this keeps coming up, this goes above the 20, then it'll start to make that pivot point again. So yeah, I mean, it held up pretty good. What was the other one? Sonic, as an example, right? Had this wick. Oopsies. There we go. Like deck screeners, like legging out here.
Yeah.
That
red candle. I mean, who needs sex when crypto fucks me every day?
Or for the whole year.
For the whole year.
So yeah, this wick low that you're talking about here, below 10 cents, basically, was real nice there. That was on.
Now, Ricky, it was I know tons of people who actually bought it. You had to buy it on Shadow, and you had to increase the amount of Sonic you were spending per transaction. But people were able to buy it. Absolutely, they were able to buy it. Almost on any DEX, actually.
Yep, and even now, I mean, it's still at a good price. So the thing here you've seen on Sonic pretty much since March, right, is that it can't beat its 10-week moving average. But every time it gets there, max it's gone up there is but for 2 weeks. So the first price you want to see here for Sonic to recover is getting above 21 cents for 2 to 3 weeks. If it can manage that, that's more than what it's done during this whole slide, right? Then it needs to get above its 20-week moving average, which is at 27 cents, probably be 26 cents in a couple of weeks, right? So it basically just needs to do a 2x. And then ultimately getting back above these highs that it broke down from, which is about 32 cents or so. It does those three things. What I was saying in the webinar earlier today is those are kind of like if you're like playing Mario Kart or whatever, you get those speed boost areas. Each of those prices is like a faster and then faster and faster speed boost. So the same with like Ethereum or Solana. The faster you can get it back above these levels, the more bullish we're going to be into the end of the year. If we're going to be crabby to bullish, right, we just get above these levels slowly over the month of November, and we get a little bit of a move in December, but then we use most of this area of support into the new year, and then we make a move sometime in Q1. So Sonic's not looking too bad here if it starts making that recovery, but it has managed here to hold above that 14-cent region now for about a month during the month of October. And the one stat that we thought was just fucking hilariously wild, because I don't think we've seen this much Bitcoin sold in quite a long time. We mentioned this.
Should we give the sauce out, Charlie? Well, okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, this one's
okay.
I think on-chain data people can see and like is pretty public information, right?
But on-chain dudes never get out of the basement, so I mean, I guess it's safe.
Hey, Marty touches grass. I know Marty's
Evil
good.
Oh, never mind. I forgot. Like 3 days ago was the day that Back to the Future. Like the travel to the future.
Okay.
We're actually in the future right now, Charlie.
Beautiful. And so I went, and what do you call it? Like instead of the sports almanac, I wish we had Bitcoin price history.
Yeah.
But what do you call it? So Marty Bent here, he's a Bitcoin OG that's been around. I would say he's like kind of like the Anthony Popliano peer group era back in 2015 to 17. But the one thing he was tweeting here was just, if you were like, well, why not October? Why was October bearish and stuff? Well, 2% of all Bitcoin, the entirety of Bitcoin supply, 2% was sold over the 30 days in October. So you wonder why your altcoin, exactly, why your altcoins had some red. That's why, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that some of these held up and basically, if your altcoin for that month is holding one of those prices and starting to recover from those, it has a decent chance of coming back, I think, pretty good. But of course, it has to hit those levels that I mentioned on the coins that we've talked about so far.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of sell pressure, man. That's a fucking lot of sell pressure.
That's a lot of stuff. I mean, Bitmine has bought 20% of its entire stack in the last 30 days.
Wonder why,
right? It was very nice,
Yep. That's a really good stat. So, that's kind of where we're at here with the market. Did you want to look at any other coins or anything?
Let me think. Let's look at Fed a little bit. We were talking about kind of like we were kind of talking about.
Here's the all natural.
My boy has it up no matter. God damn, dog. Man, shit.
Let's take a look at its buy sell signals too, if it has them. So ignore all that over there for now. So I guess the weekly candle that just closed, if it can manage to reach back above there, it did come back to this resistance area here. So to get a weekly buy signal, this needs to get above 35 cents and hold there by the end of this week. So if it gets that, then that's a nice little buy signal for it. Then it can beat this 10-week moving average. Then it has a little work to do. But yeah, I mean, this is like a decent bounce. It at least shows that about 24 cents is where it looks like whales are trying to defend price on this.
Yeah. Now, obviously, Fetch was a triumphant, and then now it's split into a duo, basically. Like, I guess, what, Ocean left?
Yeah, Ocean left it because they were upset that basically during this time to the downside, the foundation was selling their coins. No way. So that they could stay afloat.
Charlie the whole time was like, I don't have proof, but somehow I have a feeling. That's how it was about Chainlink. I was like, something's up here.
Yeah, exactly, right? But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on there. But if you do look at the crypto bubbles against Bitcoin over the last 1 week, we start seeing some interesting kind of things, right? We see Zcash, we see Monero, right? Obviously with some privacy coin stuff. We see Fetch,
Litecoin,
Fetch and Near. I would say those, okay, like what? Zcash and Monero, that's your privacy coin, right?
Yeah.
Fetch and Near, those are your AI coins.
Right.
ICP and Filecoin, these are your coins that never do anything, that are pumping.
Altcoins, basically.
Right. Altcoins that Miguel's mentioning.
Starkware is the fucking crazy one.
Yeah,
out of
again,
everything, that's
coin
the
that never does anything.
Yeah, Starkware, the woman-led token. What?
Right, and this is gains against Bitcoin, right?
Wow, that's good.
So yeah, I would say those are kind of the three narratives that we're looking at this month that are starting to take off, right?
And ICP and Near have a partnership. They just signed a partnership.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, and that's the AI times coin that never does anything, which is interesting. Yeah, ICP is doing a lot of changes. But if you look
Ethereum
at
Classic pumped against Bitcoin.
Perfect. But I mean, if you look at what is this one called?
XPL.
No, I know, but it was the Plasma.
Plasma.
That one, it's starting to make some decent moves. I mean, let's see how it looks different if we go to the dollar. Let's go to the dollar.
Well, even Trump's up.
Actually, against the dollar, it's about the same. So
yeah.
But that's just over the last 1 week here.
How do we feel about? We don't like Filecoin very much, but like I think it's a total bullshit coin. But maybe finally, after all this time in selling, maybe they're finally built something. Finally, hopefully,
probably not.
Probably not.
I would say the only positive about Filecoin is that they got Barry's money to pump it.
Yeah. Barry's buying. Oh, never mind. I like Filecoin.
Yeah. Right. Barry Silbert can pump.
Buy, sell, buy.
But he will rug that one faster than almost any other coin that he tries to promote.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold into that one for too long.
Wow, did S get back in the top 100?
Looks like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I have a?
So yeah, things are starting to look decent here. We're starting to kind of see what are the narratives that are happening for the end of this quarter. And we really need that follow through from Bitcoin here, and that'll kind of determine things. But I don't know. There's a place where, what do you call it?
The magic happens.
The magic happens. It's Citadelphia, right?
Philadelphia, the Tower of Brotherly Love, basically.
You don't take that the wrong way.
Yeah, of course.
But Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
But what do you call it? We have everybody jumping into the Citadel. Everybody who was in the Citadel got that emergency stream last week when all hope was lost, and yet we said, what if there was a bull trend? What if Bitcoin decided not to dump and it held, and it parted the seas and it started to come back above 104,000 to end the week? What if? And so, we want to always support the Citadel. Even though our focus over the last month was on the crypto mindset course, we made sure to include the Citadel in a few things here and there to make sure people were well informed of where the market was while we were off of YouTube. So
also we gave them I gave them multiple, voice calls, AMAs and stuff like that. We did for both groups and stuff. The Citadel was taken care of.
Oh yeah. And for only $98 a month, baby.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Nice. Plus you get a $50 rebate or a discount off of future crypto mindset course that every time you renew the Citadel increases, and so that you can receive up to $600 off crypto mindset courses per year. And then also there's a weekly newsletter that comes out every Monday that we have both a text and audio version for that gives you a too long didn't read technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and on-chain data point of view of what's happening with Bitcoin and the top coins, market cap coins in the market. So it pays to be in the Citadel, and join and have fun staying not poor. But yeah.
Very nice. There's also
I know people have been waiting.
Which one?
For a little bit of the what do you call it? What is that called again? Prove X talk.
Oh, I might.
Yeah, we could talk about that on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, but talking about criminals, no, the 50-year mortgage, man, is criminal.
Okay.
So Trump is debuting FDR. I think FDR debuted the 30-year mortgage, and now Trump is debuting the 50-year mortgage, which is one of the stupidest fucking things you could possibly do. I think it's better than getting into like an ARM or something, or like a balloon loan or anything like that. But basically, the amount of interest,
just waiting to seize your asset, basically.
Oh yeah, it's not good. Pretty much, you're going to pay a lot of money in interest in 50 years. So at least 30 years, you might, if you get in your 20s or 30s, you'll be done by the time you retire, and at least you'll maybe be able to hold a house for 20, 30 years with no mortgage. But now you'll be like, if you get in your 30s, it's paid off in your 80s.
Yeah, basically, the bank owns it forever.
Forever.
Damn.
Bad idea, you guys. Yeah. Very, very bad idea. Why buy real estate? Well, it's because there is two of you. There is a physical Miguel and Charlie, and there is a crypto Miguel and Charlie. They are similar. I'm shocked the crypto side can even hold the testicular weight of these two gentlemen, but they can. But there's a real meat and potatoes version of you that you need a house to live in, or you need a car, and there's real things like a house. Like people say, why buy real estate? Like if like I had a talk with Andrew Wilson about this and it's true. You hold real estate for 10 years, it's pretty much impossible to lose on it for the most part, as long as you're not buying in a very dumb area.
Right.
Don't buy an earthquake or I would like to call tornado highway in parts of the country. You buy in places people want to live in, or it's near a military base. There's somewhere where there's some action going on, right?
Yeah.
Or people want to live there, or a good school system. You'd be surprised. There's some bad cities with great school systems, and those houses appreciate over time because people want to live in those neighborhoods because those high schools or middle schools or elementary schools are top of the line for the state. I've said this many times in the chat, on YouTube, but I've said it a lot of times. I actually said this quite a lot of times, 3 or 4 times. I remember during the webinars that when you get a 30-year mortgage, right, the first 10 years suck. The next 10 years don't suck. The last 10 years, you're not even, it doesn't even hit you, right? Like I know people who got a mortgage back like basically almost 20 years ago, right? Where it's $1,500 with the time when rent was about $900, right? That was pretty expensive. Now $1,500 for a mortgage, you're like, Jesus Christ, you boomers, you fucking stole that shit. And that's not even boomers, that's your parents, right? A lot of you guys have parents who are almost have their mortgage paid off or have it paid off. Those last mortgage payments were like a rounding error.
Yep.
They really are. That's what happens. This is why I'm not saying it's good. Because people say, no, gold-backed currency, the 70s when we went on the petrodollar. And all right, calm thy tits, okay? But a 2% inflation is good for people who borrow money. It's the truth. So with a 2% or less inflation over 30 years, that loan becomes basically nothing, really. Over 50 years, I don't know. But basically, look, we're a debtor nation. The whole world's a debtor nation. We owe money to everybody. Everyone owes money to us. Everyone owes money to everybody, basically, right? The main thing you should look at is how much money you owe your citizens versus like Japan. Japan has an incredibly high number of debt to GDP ratio, but they owe most of it to their citizens. Right. So you can do a jubilee or you can do a haircut. There's kind of there's leeway there versus you owe like the United States did in a certain point in time. They owed all their gold to France. And then France said, hey, you pay us our gold. And they did this during the 70s. So we didn't allow it anymore.
Yeah, classic French playbook.
Yeah, fucking French. Actually, wait, no, wrong one.
They tried to do the same thing as to the Weimar, or they did the same thing to the Weimar Republic, which is what created Nazi Germany, right?
Right. And actually, I saw I'll do a review video one of these days on the economics and like how they actually did the rebirth.
That would be very
it's
interesting.
Really cool.
Yeah. Well, and then play that through what like basically have a what do you call it? The last century of French management of gold and money. That'd be interesting.
No one fumbled more money than the Spanish, though.
Ooh, yeah.
The amount of silver and gold they fumbled is insanity.
In which century, though?
Oh, I think they're 16th, 17th.
Okay.
16th.
So back when they like had conquered South America.
Yeah, they had the largest empire. They technically still had the largest empire of all time.
It was basically after the Moor, right after the Moors.
Yeah. But anyway, Germany realized they messed up. Yeah, they did. Okay, this one for France. Okay. I mean, this one for Germany.
Sold at 55,000. They could be on a 2x right here.
But wait, Gen Z land portfolio.
I was just thinking about this. I was like, yo, wait a minute.
Oh,
the big meme is like, you get a 50-year mortgage just for a $200 less payment for a year.
You'll be 80. I'll be 70.
But get a 30-year fixed mortgage, or if you're a little more advanced. Now, this is something Andrew Wilson told me this. He does this, right? I don't think I'm saying anything he hasn't said on YouTube before, but he says he gets those adjustable rate mortgages, but he then refinances them after 6 months to a year. So he gets the lower rate after he says after. Now this is what he said. I've never done this before, but he said after 6 months to a year of paying that mortgage on time, when you go back to the bank says, "Oh, you have been paying this month for 6 months. We'll refinance you," and they'll get you into a 30-year mortgage with the lower rate. And because they say some people don't qualify for the 30 years, so they get one of these kind of weirder loans, and then that's a way to kind of like Jew your way into a 30-year loan because you've shown that you've been responsible for 6 months to a year. I was like, that's fair play. That's cool. I never thought of that. So I was like, that's a cool move. And like I was talking to Andrew quite a lot about finance and stuff. We're trying to work on a stream right now with him right now. So we might talk about kind of gold money and kind of like long-term value, maybe a Bitcoin and Ethereum.
And the funny thing is, like, the first time we ever met him was behind stage before that infamous Wes Watson stream, right?
The Nanking episode. Yeah.
What do you call it? The funniest thing was when what's his name? Wes Watson was talking to that one guy that was asking the questions, and he just started ripping into him. I'm like, damn. But anyways, no, when we were talking to Andrew, and I think he had Jimbo, which is one of the guys he collaborates with a lot behind stage with us. And we started talking about Bitcoin, and they were very educated about it. Knew it very, very well. And so that'll be an interesting discussion. The other, I think, interesting discussion we had backstage there before the beginning, because we saw something that astounded us, or heard something that astounded us. The first time we've ever heard this concept of people shit talking Bitcoin. You know where I'm going?
Yes, he's a good guy, but Jesus.
No, I'm not going to name the person. But
I will.
But yeah, we can. But
no. He's a good guy.
It's all good. I was just misinformed, right?
Yeah.
We have to have more conversations with them.
Right.
It's the first time I've ever heard this argument. There's people, right, who will be like, so, crypto's all a Ponzi, like it's not worth anything. There's no intrinsic value behind it. Whereas with gold, right, you have it in your circuit boards. Yeah. Right. But it can be massively manipulated on paper. Right. But anyways, right there, they always try to argue why gold has utility and why Bitcoin doesn't. And for some odd reason in the conversation, the guy was like, what do you call it? We were talking about different use cases for remittances on Bitcoin, like in global moving of money, trustless. Like, for example,
it's not real, Charlie.
For example, yeah, exactly. It's not real. It's just numbers, right? And letters. But let's say you had China and Brazil. This actually happened too. That want to trade between each other. They can either if they're not trusting each other's currency, right? If they want to do a trustless currency, and even when I said trustless currency and gold was trustless, he didn't even understand what that meant. Which means why I understand why his argument was fucking flawed. But basically, if those two countries want to trade, they could trade in gold or Bitcoin. Right? If they're trading gold, which is what they've done in the past, they have to literally fly a giant jet, like B-2 bomber kind of plane, right, full of gold,
or 747 or some shit.
Some crazy fucking giant plane that can fly across the world, or at least get a good portion of the way there, right? And they have to move it that way, which they have done in the past.
Iran was doing that with Russia.
Yeah,
and China. That's how they were trading.
Right. Or you can just literally be like, hey, bro, here's my Bitcoin address, and send Bitcoin across the network, and that can happen too. So that's utility right there, obviously, right? He was trying not to have it. He was like, well, yeah, that's what and then he said, like, the tech's good. And then the part of the argument we had never heard before is like, he was like, but that's why stable coins are going to take over. And he
was, that part. Yeah. Oh,
and he
my
was like,
God. Yeah,
and he was like, basically,
Bitcoin's bullshit.
He's
Stables,
like,
bro.
He's
Stables.
like, Bitcoin's bullshit. Stable coins are going to be the thing that takes over. It's blockchain, bro, not Bitcoin, right? And I was just like, that was the first time I've ever heard that argument. And I was just like,
I've never been someone that
astounded.
pro stablecoin as an investment.
Yeah, but that not even as investment, just as utility, right? But like, it's so ridiculous. And I just told him, I'm like, well, you can't speculate on a stable coin, right? And
Watch
he's like,
me.
arbitrage, no. But it was such a strange argument. I was like, to me, what it signals is each cycle, people are like, okay, I have to admit something in this system works.
It's success.
There's some success here that has to be recognized, but it's like, back in 2017, they were like blockchain, not Bitcoin.
Right.
And then some people are like, now Bitcoin, not Ethereum and the others, right? Now this is the first time I heard stable coins, not like what? Like it makes no sense. Like actual stablecoin maxi. Yeah. First time I heard the stablecoin maxi argument.
There's no way these people exist.
Allegedly. But yeah.
And it's kind of funny, during the last 2 weeks, we actually saw a couple stable coins fail as well. A bunch of them depegged. Remember I told you like there's back-to-back hacks going on?
Oh yeah.
They're small. I'm talking about these were like sub $100 million stable coins, but they still hack. I mean, it's kind of like it was nothing really happened really, but shit went down. You know, I said this during like I can't give it away from the courses, but stable. There's too many stable coins right now. I was complaining about this before I left YouTube, that there's too many fucking stable coins and derivative tokens on
the
market cap sites. I literally counted 34 out of the top 100 tokens they shouldn't be there.
That's a third, bro. That's a lot. That's
a third of the thing. So it's like we can literally okay. Actually, let me share my screen. Actually, no, don't share my screen. Wait, I got to reshare. Sorry.
It's kind of a way to really fuck up the mid to low caps.
Yeah,
because they don't get noticed.
Exactly, right? And especially if we're going more TradFi, there can be more TradFi coins on here. So I don't know why they're not doing it, but like there should be a tab right here. Like they should have a market cap, stablecoin market cap, and then trading volume. Okay, then they should have like a tab right here to go stable coins. Right here, that's it. And then and then you can do the rest of the categories how they want, right? But look at this, like it's like Tether. I could almost understand. Okay, if we keep the top two there because they're top two, all right, fine, fuck it. All right, they deserve it. But like look, there's so like wrapped Bitcoin. Do we really need this right there? Or wrapped Beacon Ethereum? Oh, okay.
Right.
Do we really like? And then you keep going. You're like wrapped. Okay. And then you go like what? And you just keep. It's what? It gets worse as you go lower in the market caps. It's like that's kind of redundant. We already have Ethereum up there, so why do we have that? And then we keep going down. We're like, okay, all right, all right, and then you're like. All right.
That one right there. What the fuck is that?
It's 107. It's not even $1. Then we're like, I haven't even seen this one. USDTO.
Yeah.
It's at 99 cents. And then you keep USD. All right. Then we go BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund Buildle. And it's all right. Then we got PayPal US. All right. Then currency one. Okay. Then then Binance pegged WEEF. Oh, all right. Jupiter Perpetual's liquidity provider token GPTL. All right.
Totally.
Tether Gold. All right. Falcon USD. And then we go Pole. Oh wait, not Pole. That's
well, yeah, kind of useless.
Kind of useless token. USDTP. Okay. And then we have whatever the hell that province. Yeah, and then but we keep going. It just you just keep going down. And you're like, what is all this horseshit? You don't need any staked. All right, Pax Gold. All right, Kelp DAO restaked Ethereum resin. Ethereum. Okay, Binance Bridge USDC BN Binance Smart Chain. Do we need this? Okay, Sky. Okay, that's real coin. All right. Lombard staked BTC. Syrup USDT. Function FBT. Bro, we're just making up shit now.
Yeah,
it's
much.
like what are we doing? Liquid staked Ethereum. It's all a third of this list is retarded. We don't need this. We could literally promote coins that are actually doing something.
Yeah.
onto here. That's all we're asking for. And then we could actually have a stable coin. I think we should have like a stable coin market cap. I know it's somewhere in the they don't have. I'm shocked they don't have a stable coin market cap list. I know we probably do somewhere.
Yeah, if you go to categories.
Yeah.
Not that part, but the top.
Oh, okay. Where?
Well, I mean,
maybe they have it here.
Hover over cryptocurrency. Oh yeah, that we're same spot. Yeah.
Stable coins. Yeah. So is that the whole total? Yeah, I guess that would be the total. Or no, $310 billion. Okay. That's something useful. That's useful information. That's actually
but they
very
can keep
useful.
it in that list and not have to have it on the main.
Yeah, or have it up. Actually, have it up here. Pick like stable coin total or something. Yeah, some things we could see like, a general trend to the upside. But it's just like it's all going zero against Bitcoin. That's right. But it's just this is like some of the shit we're talking about. So it's like and also we've been in like stable coin season for the last 6 months. Everyone's making a stable coin. Like PayPal at one point, and I actually, the next one is called the stable coin. I wouldn't be shocked. Stripe comes out with one.
Yeah,
pretty
would not
soon.
be surprised.
Yeah. Oh, and also who has a new stable coin? MetaMask has a stable coin now, and they're coming out with the token.
Yep,
and they're going public.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
and that's all still going through into end of this year through beginning of Q1 next year. So
yeah,
bullish vibes.
I saw the Zcash founder. How was it, bro? Go to mute. After the stream ends, go back to the beginning. We riff on that. It's incredible. But yeah, this is why we tell people when you cash out, right? Or if you really want to hold most of your money either in USDC, if you're going to go into stablecoin, or Tether, the most trusted, verified. Tether's not very okay. Whatever, USDC, okay, but one of those two. And if you're really like super scared, you'll split into both, right? Or and if you stole the money, probably Monero, not Zcash, But there you go.
Should we jump into a couple super chats? I think
let's jump into super. Pull them up, Kyle. Ken Rose, brother.
Jose Benacourt 612 with the $2 super chat. Moongang.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I think the sign for Moongang will be Moongang for life.
West Side Ida.
Oh shit. We got Southtown Southtown.
We are going to do a breakdown like we did for the crypto mindset course and the cash out course. We will do one for the Citadel. Maybe I might throw a little bit, but I'm not throwing much. I don't know. Like honestly, either way, I think it's gonna pump the ecosystem. The thing is, we don't have enough information right now. We don't know if it's gonna be like the sacrifices we had in the past, or it's gonna be our RH token only, or he decides to. He kind of left it open end. He said he maybe just might even airdrop it to everybody. So who qualifies for the airdrop? We don't know. So like, it's all gonna depend. It's gonna be point based. The guy who throws the most should get the most. That has typically been Richard's rule.
Yeah.
Right. So we will decide. Also, it's like. Watch this.
There's a lot up in the air.
There's a lot up in the air. Also, too, we know for a fact for the last 3-4 months, he was very busy with the tablets. So before the tablets, was he working on this project before then? Was he? Who knows? Right. So like, what if this project takes I think because Pulse Chain would have launched in a year. So, okay. I think the real time. So if the timeline's a year, maybe he can launch it in 6 months, but watch this take such a long time. They won't launch until fucking 27 or 28.
Mm-hmm.
I would personally I kind of the only thing I would say different with Pulse Chain launch is I would have liked it better to have launched in 24. Knowing all things, because we would have had the Hex community much more jointed together in one token up until all 23, then the middle of 24. So the chain would have only been a year and a half old instead of 3 years old. And we may have actually seen some nice price moves on Hex. And maybe the Hexicans would have been a lot more kumbaya instead of just like
Before you go on the next one, Kyle, could you go back there? The life is boosted one.
Life is boosted.
I was like, that'd be hilarious, bro. But you know why?
Why?
Because Moongang runs the streets.
Yeah, we run the streets.
So dumb. But I hope so.
But a sacrifice, regardless, is bullish because it takes supply off the market.
Yeah.
I do believe the sacrifice is going to it's not going to get as much Ethereum and USDC as previous sacrifices. Even if Richard got back on YouTube, maybe if he did a 3-month run of YouTube, possibly the sack could be maybe half of Pulse Chain. But because of how wrecked the community is right now and where we're at in the market, like it's going to be less subscribed regardless. There's tons of people say they're not going to sacrifice, but that's a fucking lie. The moment Richard Card comes back and says, "Let me put it in," he's like, "How deep you want to put it in?" And that's most hexagons, and they're lying to themselves. There's tons of there's a bunch of closeted people in the LGBT community. There's a lot of closeted sackers.
Yeah,
but they're not. But regardless or not, they're just not going to sack as much, right? But that's also could be possibly bullish because if the coin takes forever to launch, that takes supply off the market. Most people are going to sacrifice Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX.
The majority of people, if they need to follow it, they're going to buy.
They're going to buy. So overall, I think it's a net good because it gets rid of supply and it will help the ecosystem tokens move, which is nice. So any price action to the upside is good. I'm here for it. But where the token launches, who knows? Because it does seem like a very complex sort of token. So far this cycle, most people who launch tokens, unless you're launching a meme token, it's gotten very hard to launch a product today because it's become more complex. Every cycle gets harder to launch a project. Back in 2017, if me and Charlie just had a website and a hope and a dream, we could have launched a token. It would be massive.
Yeah.
Then you actually kind of have to launch
that's also because the coding and actual launching, being able to make those things was harder.
It was very hard.
Than it is today. Yeah.
Very hard. Then in 21, you still had to get developers. You had to do all these things, but it still could have been less complex. Now, if any
asshole can make one.
Any asshole can make one, right? But now, if you want to launch something like very sophisticated, right, it's actually kind of difficult. It's still very difficult because
there's more competition.
It's more competition, and on top of that, everyone wants a more complex thing. So it's people want perp dexes, or you have to mix this idea with this idea to this idea and fuse it together and with word salad and make sure that it even works and everything. And if you read what he said, he even said that possibly there's going to be an off ramp, but you can DCA yourself money to yourself or to somebody else.
Right.
How do you get around that with the banks with KYC? If it's supposed to be private, but there's supposedly a way for the banks to be able to tell, maybe, or the individuals can tell, which is maybe that's pretty cool. I'm not fading in terms of it being a privacy thing where if I send money to Charlie and he can tell, he's like, I did get paid the tokens. Cool. That seems very cool. But sending money from Crypto Miguel to Charlie Miguel, totally possible. Sending money to Crypto Miguel to Real World Miguel without any problems, I don't know.
One thing I just thought of that maybe is interesting, right? Depends on how connected Richard is. I know he's got the numbers of people, but it's whether, they're still working with him or not. It kind of sounds to me somewhat similar. Remember when we were in the webinar with Cody, the guys who...
Oh,
helped, They're doing the, what do you call it? They did the ICO for Ethereum, and then they also are helping the central bank digital currencies come about.
Yep.
And they were like, well, the central bank digital currency will have a privacy feature, but it can be audited, meaning, they can go and double check things at the back end if they need to. I wonder if Richard has some connection with that OG group a little bit.
Oh,
and he might have gotten wind of some of the, because how is privacy going to be done on Ethereum? Because I'm pretty sure that problem has been solved. Also, right, some of the other tokens that have some similar technologies, but not fully, right? They might have kind of taken a little bit from this, a little bit from that. But I wonder if he got kind of wind of something that's happening more in the background of crypto that, it hasn't surfaced yet.
Yeah. So who knows? But
anything's possible.
Anything's possible. But I'm not fading Richard because, Richard could come up with something really cool. But also I kind of do know for a fact that it was very difficult for Richard to get Ethereum 2.0 devs.
Right.
When making Pulse Chain, it was very difficult for him and he was struggling with it.
He's going to create something that already exists or a hodgepodge of what exists. He's not going to create something brand new.
Yeah.
He never has.
Yeah. Now, obviously, and also this is also coming. Look, I like the chain. I've still owned all my tokens. I've done very well with it. I've DC at the bottoms, and I've done. We've swing traded, and we ratio traded, and we yield farmed, and we've done a lot with it and stuff. But it should have done more so far. Just being honest.
Yeah.
But it also took us 3 fucking years to get a fucking working Ether scan or our version of it. Why? I understand maybe the first couple months. I understand it's the chain. There's a lot of action, but it took us fucking 2.5, 3 years to get a fucking working fucking block explorer, dude.
It's purposeful.
It has to be
ignorance, right? Yeah. So it's just let's just ignore that for now.
I don't know.
Just what it is. What it is.
Fuck. That's the new Don DeMarco dog. That's the new.
All right, we got Ethan Harding, Evening Moongang. Hope you bought the dip.
Nice.
I did.
Woo. Already did that one. We got Ken Rose, and welcome back, Charlie Miguel, Moongang, and blessings. Hell yeah.
Every time I do this, I think of that fat dude, and
yeah.
he's like taking pictures next to dude's butt cracks, like at the Magic the Gathering shows.
We got D-Loaf saying, "Can you look at the CRV? You guys never talk about it."
Yeah. Oh yeah. CRV, what's that? Curve convex. Yeah. Well, it's like for the most part, most people aren't really going to use it in terms of like our demographic. There is people who like, or just very DeFi natives that have a lot of capital that deploy those kind of like stablecoin strategies, or maybe like stablecoin to Ethereum strategies.
Right.
And it might be beneficial to them, but it is a much more advanced segment of like, you already have to be a kind of a crypto DeFi guy and be more advanced in that sort of space. And if the flash crash showed anything, there's people. So if your blockchain is truly decentralized and you were borrowing on Aave as an example, or you're borrowing on a lot of others, like kind of a Aave-like lending platforms, you got zeroed out on this, depending on how much leverage you took. Because people like, oh, I'll take loan on my Ethereum. I'll do a 60% LTV, and then it crashes 40%. Well, I lost my Ethereum.
Yeah.
I still have this left over, but then that also crashed because I reinvested into everything, and that went down. So I only got 20% of my capital left. I smart. And this is what happened to Sonic. That's why the crash was so bad on Sonic. But this is also why the crash was horrendous on Arbitrum and Optimism and Ethereum and any chain that kind of is they're quasi controlled, but also they do allow things to run, right? Unless it's very bad, right? And like during that crash when things were getting hacked on a balancer, the only two chains that are able to stop the hacks was Berachain, centralized, and Sonic. Were able to stop it. Berachain hard forked their entire blockchain and gave their people back the money. And basically, they essentially are a different token chain, but it's still the same shit, right?
Yeah.
And Sonic, they froze that guy's wallet, and they're getting their hands back on the money, and then basically are figuring out, but how long is that going to take to get the money back? Jesus Christ! And what is it? Was like $100+ million was stolen from the balancer hacks across the rest of it. Terrible. When's the next crypto course? Not this year.
Yeah, you should have got in.
Should have got in, dog. How many baby mamas do you have? That I know of.
Ain't paying them nothing.
Yeah, pay them Bitcoin Cash.
Saying, is it?
That's 10th of a penny.
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's possible. That's.
Was that the last?
Yeah, that was the last.
Was Filecoin to play? Fuck no. Fuck no. But
Barry's just pumping it.
I'm feeling so much better. I don't know why I got earlier I got a little bit of a wave of like nausea.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know why it hit me right, but I'm feeling great now.
Maybe too much caffeine
or the Nick?
Possible. Yeah, probably the caffeine, honestly.
Oh yeah, maybe caffeine and the cigar mix.
Yeah, probably the cigar mix a little bit. Yeah, that was good. Usually I drink because that's kind of an upper and stuff. I usually drink it. You have a cigar with some alcohol and that kind of like
smooths you out.
I decided to just take an upper with an upper. But yeah, you know what's something I've actually experimented recently with? I've been doing a lot of NAD plus like IV IVs.
Yeah,
that shit's intense.
I'm kind of interested in that. Like
it's intense, Charlie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
bro.
remember you telling me
intense.
you're like it sounds interesting. It sounds kind of fun.
Like it's like the nurse was there, right? Are you ready to go?
They injected him with
and I literally have to close my eyes and breathe as the flush goes through me. And I'm like, holy fuck, you ready for the next one? God damn it. Go. Oh. Literally, my body, like my muscles literally when so the first injection, my legs were like without me controlling them.
Damn.
I was like,
what the fuck's in that shit?
It powers. I mean, fuck, man, it's insane, dude. But you know what happened? You know what superpower it gave me for about for like a week? I basically didn't get sleepy for a week. In terms of like, okay, watch this.
Like you could sleep though.
I could sleep. Okay. Yeah, I literally basically I got back my superpower when I was 19. How like how you could like stay up the whole night and go to work the next day. That's exactly what I got back. I was like, whoa, this is insane. And then I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I would actually go to sleep. Whoa, it was so much. It was so crazy. I might get another one in about 2 weeks.
Nice.
But it's basically it's like it helps you like stay younger for longer, but basically gives you back basically like over time your NAD levels, which is like basically energy in the cell, kind of like dwindles down over time. Just like growth hormone and just like testosterone starts going down after a certain age, your growth hormone production goes down after a certain age, your NAD production goes down. Basically everything goes to shit. And so basically, you take growth hormone, you're kind of back to where you were at 18 or 19. You usually don't need testosterone until you hit a certain point, but like maybe TRT if you want to get those levels back, and then NAD to get back to your younger. Basically, it'll slow down the aging process, but it just have you. You're taking care of your body for the long term.
Yeah,
it sounds like meth. Possibly. No, I don't think so. That was just torture. It was just torture, dog.
Yeah. Well, and like what do you call it? There's those experiments where they're able to reverse aging on monkeys now. Stuff too. I'm like, damn, like stuff's gonna get really interesting here. Getting the
Team Natty
century.
I'm not shitting on Team Natty, but like I'm slowing it down so I make sure that I'm like still functional at older age, because there's an old 60 and there's a young 60. There's a fucking difference, dog. Don't
look at William Shatner at 90. That guy is fucking looked like he was 60.
Look, do not do TRT until you're 30 plus. You don't need it. You don't need it. There is, unless you, the only, I heard, look, there has been people that have been in car accidents where their shit gets, especially, look, you get lower back injuries, anything that near your tailbone up to your mid back, you could really fuck up the production. You basically could fuck your whole production. You could even go sterile.
Really?
Really bad back, because you fuck up a disc bad enough and stuff, shit gets disconnected. You stop producing as much testosterone. Or your legs are going, there's just, basically don't get hurt, but I know that's classic. Of course you're not trying to get hurt.
Yeah.
But you do lose test over time. And most people most people you see on Instagram, they're saying like, oh, I'm natty and I'm in good in shape and shit. They're fucking on TRT. Fucking liars. Piece of shit liars, dude. I've got the eye for the fucking, for the body now. It's
shoulders,
like, they're liars, bro. They're fucking liars, dude. And like, you're not going to be able to like, no, you're smarter as a lifter, but you don't recover as good as when you were 19. It's impossible. You can't be 35 recover at 19. It doesn't happen.
Isn't The Rock now being called the Pebble or something like that?
Well, yeah, because he got off the juice finally. But he ran the juice for as long as he could.
Oh, exactly. Like there's no way he wasn't, right?
Yeah, TRT is not a bad option as long as you're just going up to like basically you want to be 600 to 800 nanograms per deciliter, right? That's the good zone, right? 1500 is like the top end. Like you're just like
not
genetic free, but it's just like peaked out. You'd be surprised when you hit puberty. That's when your test is the highest. When you first hit puberty, right? You're getting fucking wet dreams. Your fucking dick's hard every sec. Bro, I remember being in high school. I see a girl's dong or some shit, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm in trouble."
Yeah, you're like,
"How do I do?"
Don't call on me. Don't call on me. Don't call.
I remember one time I like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And I was like, "Oh no, it's hard." And I literally like walk like this. So
you just grab your butt.
I duck walked it, and I had some people laugh at me. I was like, "God damn it," But it's high school, bro. But but also that was during the time where like same time you could party all fucking weekend long.
Right.
You're half fucking. You're just hungover. You can go to work all day and just sleep it off, and the next day let's do it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth. You guys know what I'm talking. You guys are all 30 or late 20s. You know what I'm talking about at 18, 19, 21. And indestructible energy wise and recovery wise. Now, I'm not talking, but sure, maybe like we just get smarter as we get. Like now, I know how to work out without hurting myself.
Right.
I know where to. I know my body enough for like I'm gonna stop. The whole thing is to keep getting gains without snapping your shit up.
True.
And Royce bumping, nice. But I just got to know my stable coins is going to hit $1.05. But that's the truth. Like you got to take
that
care
one
of
was at $1.07 today.
What was? Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember which one, but yeah.
Anyway, but take care of yourselves. Obviously, the easiest thing is be skinny. Lean is law. Be skinny. Don't perm up. That was one of my first big mistakes I ever did, but it did get me strong. But like I bulked for like 2.5 years, 3 years, and then I was like, I think if I bulked for 1 year and then stopped, I would have been fine. But I fucking wanted to be lazy and I wanted to drink and I wanted to like go out and shit with girls and do all this stuff. So I let myself bulk again. And then and then again. And then I was like, I got to 260, 250. I was like, okay, this is hard now. Not good. You basically want to be like 15% body fat or between, 15% is on the peak of your bulk. That's it. And then you lean back down to 12. And then basically you want to steady state. The thing is that there's a segment of people, like there's like us three right here, we have body types where basically like we can gain, but we can lose it too.
Right.
But there's guys that are like very skinny. They're just naturally
Right.
skinny as that. And they're like, I can't, they're hard gainers, right? Like I can't, and actually the guys who are, yeah, go ahead.
If they grow a lot of, or they have a lot of muscle, basically, they like, what do you call it? Feel more ripped, or they look more ripped because they're a lot leaner.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them.
It's the Mexican diet. Well, if you're working hard, a lot of those guys stay in shape. The thing, what gets the Mexican diet is that they start drinking. If they don't, I know guys who don't drink, they're in stupid shape in construction.
Well, yeah,
But it's the alcohol. It's the alcohol with the Mexicans.
Well, even then, your body gets used to the cardio you do at work.
Yeah.
Once your body gets used to that, you start burning less calories. You know, your metabolism slows down, such and such.
Exactly. It's all of it. You know, it's all of it. But like, but yeah, there's hard gainers and stuff like that, and they it's which is funny to me because it's like it's not hard to gain weight. It's insanity to me. These guys like, I just can't gain weight. It's like pussy. I don't want to hear it. Like, you know, I don't want to hear it. You can gain weight. One of the easiest ways to gain weight, if you really want to do it, just keep doing what you're doing. Go make yourself a milkshake in the morning with oats, like 2 cups of oats, water, whole milk, banana, protein powder, and then maybe some chocolate or honey. That's like 1,000 fucking calories in that. You chug it. It's hard not to gain weight doing that because you just increase your caloric surplus by 1,000 calories. It's just, do you want it? Some of us can just do it by eating fucking Wingstop, but hey, you know, to each his own.
So you don't want it bad enough.
You don't want, yeah, it's hard getting weight, bitch. I will tell you this. I've been a skinny man and I've been a fat man. It is hard to become a skinny man.
That is true.
Once you've got it, you know, it's like once you got the sauce, it's hard to lose the sauce, you know, because you're in the sauce. But I digress. Let's go back to crypto. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's insane to me. In America, people telling me it's hard to gain weight. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, you're
the most overweight
pussies.
Just what do you call
it's
it?
Thermodynamics.
Just have them smoke a ton of weed, and then let's see what happens.
It's thermodynamics. Calories in,
calories out.
Yeah, it's like there's It's like the same thing with fat people. It's like I just can't lose weight. You're eating too much, bro.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's like there's no way. It's like it is an immutable law of just human physics. Like if you're eating, if you can't count all your calories and you're actually, I thought I was eating 2,500 a day. I'm actually eating 4,000 a day. You cut it to 3,000, you're going to start losing weight over time. And if you cut it down to 2,000, not all in one shot, hopefully, but like 2,000, it's impossible. If you spend fucking 4 months at 2,000 calories every day, you're going to fucking lose weight. As long as you're not a couch potato, you know?
Yep.
But anyway, okay.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing about making money too, right? It's like you got to put in the time, the effort to do all these things. And that's what I always say about like, because we were talking about this in the webinar just a little bit in terms of like, what do you call it? If you're paying attention over the next 1 year, like you have a chance in the next, let's say 3 to 6 months to make a ton of money in crypto if you're paying attention in the short term. And then you have the longer term vision, which is September to January of next year, right? September of 26 to January 27. If you're paying attention during that time. So like you're basically both the top and the bottom, you're paying attention to hardcore. You're going to have the best opportunities to make money in the short term and then also make money over the long term because, you know, buying those cores, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol at the bottom of the market, you know, for the next cycle is going to pay off huge as well.
Right. Now I want to talk to this one. Avoid plastics, heavy metals. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
It's literally almost impossible. Everything has plastic, bro. This is mostly plastic. It has a little bit of metal. Your case fucking has plastic on it. Waters have plastic. Now, I mostly do drink from glass ones, and you can get rid of things, but it's almost impossible. Your car, almost everything is made of plastic. It's fucking almost impossible. You could try to sort of lower it down or maybe get like get everything cotton on your body. Yeah. But like you can still get exposed to heavy metal somewhere.
Yeah.
Still,
usually with heavy metals, I just try to stay away from mercury. I heard that's bad.
Nah, lead paint, bro, is the best, bro. but like cotton candy. Inflammation. Now, inflammation is that's kind of a trigger one because it's like you get inflammation from being fat. That's the truth. And there's seed oils. Okay, you can clean that up, but you're still fat, so you still have inflammation. And then you also get inflammation from drinking. So if you're not drinking, you're saving that part. But if you're fat, you still got the inflammation. Now, lower calories. Of course, lower calories. Yeah, but like there is something. It's just the plastic one's actually very difficult. But you can do some things, but like it is actually pretty hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else we haven't.
Any more super chats? Did we forget?
No, we got the super chats. I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like
Oh, Magic Conch will make it.
I guess that could be a way we.
Yeah, the Magic Conch is broken over there.
We round some things off. We could tempt fate with the Magic 8 Ball a little bit here.
Yeah,
if you want.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Yeah.
The Magic 8 Conch is toast. Should we ask it? You want to ask the Magic 8 Ball about
oh, I gotta get the monkey paw here. Will I make it with Pulse? Most likely.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and not just a shit chairlift. Most likely.
Oh yeah, I can verify. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't like. Yeah. Most likely. Trust.
Thank you. I think you paused the screen. You got it.
Yeah. Shots for super chat. Nah, dog. I want to save myself from inflammation. But the best thing to do is just lose weight over time. That's it. I mean, now that we're back to more of a regular schedule, I'm gonna be hitting the gym a little more. I'm proud to say I still lost like a pound during the whole crypto mindset, which is insane. But because we were working so much, it was hard to go to the gym or do anything.
Yeah. We end up sleeping really fucking weird schedules too.
Yeah. Carbon 6 is a good entry. Yeah, I haven't checked it out. Yeah. Shout out to what's his name? Crap. Sorry, brother. I'm spacing here. But yeah, you know who you are. Sorry, dog. But yeah. People have always been changing their names.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there was some guy earlier for was it Wally Saurus?
Yeah, he changed his name too.
He
Son of a bitch. There's still Wally in it, at least a little bit.
He has Wally.
Wally in
okay,
there.
I can verify, right? But
You monster.
yeah, it's all good. But yeah, I mean, some tables be a calling.
Yeah.
Possibly, allegedly, maybe.
But Solani Tefts were to sell the news. No, I think it's good. I mean, I think we're going to see inflows and stuff, but it's so a lot of so there's going to be ETFs launching from smaller companies. They kind of move the needle a little bit, but you want it from the big companies because that's where they have the inflows. They have the infrastructure for like the coin to actually get bought up, basically.
Right.
Not Wheel Ken right here. What's the play with the new sacrifice? I kind of explained it a little bit already. So if you go back, I went into some detail in it, but we are going to have a larger webinar with the Citadel and the Crypto Mindset course as more information comes out.
Yeah.
We've already given a webinar to the guys in the cash out course, but we will have another kind of grander one for strategy for the Citadel. So if you want that full breakdown, where I'm going to go into every pro and con. There's about so far I can think about 5 different directions it can go into.
Yep.
Join the Citadel. Hey, we got 540 plus members and stuff like that. We're on our way to 600 plus. For every month during the Citadel, you get $50 off the next Crypto Mindset course. People, you can get up to $400 off the next Crypto Mindset course if you're in there for over 4 months. It's pretty sick. So I think 8 months, sorry. But yeah. Which crypto girl is the hottest? I don't know. They're all AI. I don't know. Yeah. Be careful, dogs. Crypto girls are dangerous. How about a collab with Leia Happorn? I've already done a collab. She's not a mean girl. I've met her in person a couple times. She's nice, but that's not. Sometimes you're on a stream and then you just you catch crossfires for being on a stream with somebody. It is what it is. I kind of But anyway, the only thing I ever said negative about her was just during the time. Not saying during 21, but during the time she actually is a really smart crypto girl, but during the time she kind of stopped doing crypto content at all, just complete cold turkey, and kind of went into kind of red pill content sort of or something.
Yeah, it was a strange shift for a period of time.
Yeah. Now she's back, which is great, but they're making fun of her for trying to sell what is it, trading alerts now, or having a trading alerts thing, which is probably not great, but yeah, talks about crypto. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a lot more. I like the peptides right now. Peptides are cool and stuff like that. I'm studying the peptides. Pretty cool. There's some good stuff, but the thing with peptides, you just can't keep doing them all the time. Some people are trying to do what BPC 157 every fucking day of the week and shit like that. I mean, you really should just use it one time a month, or not one time a month, but just when you're you're banged up or something, for healing. Wolverine stack. Yeah, she called the local top. Well, that's cool.
Doubt it, but okay.
Cool. Pulse Latina, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, man. So we're going to be back here with you guys. So we'll announce it. More than likely, I will either have a stream on Tuesday or Wednesday, just like Charlie will.
Yeah,
and stuff
likewise. Yep.
Likewise and stuff like that. So we're also going to be traveling in a week or so to do a stream with some other streamers and stuff like that. And then we're actually kind of thinking about debuting a new maybe a monthly or quarterly show. and stuff like that. But to be announced, basically.
More details to come. So yeah, what do you call it? Obviously, subscribe, hit that like button, and then yeah, I'll be live on either Tuesday or Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll put a tweet out. So follow the Twitter if you guys want to know the specifics on a few hours before the stream.
Yeah. And one thing on the whole peptides and this last thing and stuff, just get in shape. That's like the reason they're able to sell a lot of this stuff is because they just look good. At the end of the day, if you're just in shape and you're skinny, and not skinny, I'm just talking about like, you know, maybe at least top 2 abs showing, you're fucking out here fucking.
And then don't scam like Luke Belmar.
Well, Luke's getting what he deserves right now.
I know.
Because
I just remember like
rip off your partner, bro. Like that is insane. I don't know if it's all real. Who knows? Maybe it is a little bullshit, but like it's karma, dog.
But I just remember he was getting a lot of attention just because, you know, like he's a decent looking guy and he was able to talk well enough. But I was like, we always kind of knew, like, thumbs up.
Okay, with Luke Belmar, right? His call on Pancake Swap, the numbers made like, look, we've been in crypto a long time. When someone says numbers and kind of money they made with investments, we can tell if it's real. The Pancake Swap thing he said made sense. Right. Made sense. Okay, cool. Everything after that, I really didn't. It seemed like a bunch of bullshit. And then like the whole thing too, like the crypto started crashing in early 22, and then like we're in heavy losses. And then he said like, oh fuck, I just shorted the fuck out of it and made all my money back. And so it's like, it's very unlikely that's true, but okay. And then he stopped talking crypto and then he went back to like marketing sales school or whatever he's doing with like Capital Club. And then he went back to like, he made another thing called like Crypto Gems or something like that, where he's like talking about crypto plays. And then I don't know. Like the thing is like, we never flip flop when it comes to like our stuff, right? Like we're crypto dudes, we're staying crypto dudes. Doesn't mean we don't do some other stuff, but like our main vein is crypto. When I see guys hip jumping around completely, like they stop doing crypto and they jump to this and then go back to crypto, it makes me a little like skeptical. Two, when all you talk is quotes, that's also kind of weird to me as well. Like it's and he's getting memed on it and stuff. Like, I wish him the best. I hope all the shit coming around him is just bullshit, because I like his brother. His brother's cool, and he's more on the holistic side, but he works out and he's trying to make, like, I think a lot of what his brother says is actually pretty true for the most part. Stay away from microplastics, drink, glass water. You should have like, Brita filters, or there's like an actual big home system you can do to really filter water, tap water if you need water and stuff like that. Like a lot of that stuff's smart, work out. You don't need steroids and stuff, but like, I think to a certain point as well, because like, most influencers, they're especially if they start getting to their 30s, they're going to need to hop on something because they just will not be able to compete look wise. If you watch natural bodybuilding compared to like real bodybuilding, and I'm not talking about the Mr. Olympias, I'm talking about like physique and stuff.
Like someone just trying to get in shape bodybuilding.
Correct. Yeah. Look at natural bodybuilding. That's basically the peak of how good you could look if you do everything correct. And it looks sort of impressive a little bit, but at the same time, it's nothing special. You see it on Instagram all the time. So like for the average guy, they're just not going to be that dedicated in order to get that lean. Also, every guy on that stage, their dick does not work, basically, because your hormones get destroyed because your body thinks, I'm literally dying. This dumb motherfucker is starving me to death. Oh my God. Right? So, it is what it is. It's like Father Time catches up to everybody. Men age better than women, but no matter what, Father Time fucks you too. Yeah, it does. Like,
true.
There's no thing around it. So with that, man, thank you so much for joining me, man. We'll be on Charlie's channel very soon, as well as mine.
Yeah, next Moongang, basically next week.
Next week on Charlie's channel. So with that, man, thank you so much. Peace.